if you're a storyteller, regardless whether it's novels or scripts, you want to make sure that your dialogue is engaging. And what I mean by that is not on the nose and therefore boring. So how do you achieve this? Well, you utilize 3 crucial levels of dialogue, okay? So let's explore what that is. Number 1 is what the person actually says verbally, right? And of course, their tone goes into it, right? Do they say it loudly? Do they say it softly? Whatever else. But it's the actual words that are spoken by that person. And the idea is that this accomplishes their immediate goal, right? Big or small doesn't matter, but they have this goal that they're trying to achieve. Find out some information or whatever else. Threaten somebody, it doesn't matter, right? You can think of any number of scenarios. But, the key thing to keep in mind is it's the smallest action deemed sufficient in their mind. And of course, in storytelling, then they come up against opposition, then they have to, put in more effort and so forth, right? That's kind of how it goes. But the first point being that, it's what's said, that's that level. Next level is what the character doesn't say, right? What is the meaning behind what they say that they are aware of, okay? So it's the hidden intention and the manipulative nuances within the conversation, okay? And we're going to examine this. I'm going to give you an example so we can kind of really explore this, but that's level number 2. Level number 3 is what is left untold. It's the secret desire that they don't even know about, right? Because it's subconscious or unconscious. And it's buried deep within them. But it is there hinted at through what they're saying, okay? So let's take something simple, right? Let's take a sort of seemingly innocent, meaningless question. Aren't I a good friend to you, right? Aren't I a good friend to you? So let's examine that, right? Like it could be a very on-the-nose line of dialogue, but you always want to think it in terms of the character and the plot. So, our character, let's say, while that may seem like, okay, they're asking, aren't I a good friend? Really, based on like this made-up scenario, it could be a hidden plea for a favor. Like, hey, look at all the things I've done for you, therefore don't you owe me, sort of a thing. Right? So that would be layer number 2 of this example. Now, what's the real hidden meaning that they are not even aware of? And it might not always be, that sort of baseline for the audience either, but by the end of the telling of the story, it will all be there and it'll create the aha revelation of the crisis climax moment. And so in our example of aren't I a good friend being, level number 2, aren't I a good friend being level number 1, level number 2 being, hey, look at all the stuff that I've done for you, you owe me. Level number 3 can actually be this deep inherent fear of loneliness. And it's expressing itself that, hey, don't you dare leave me alone, okay? And that's why I'm going to continue to do stuff for you so that you feel obligated to do stuff for me. Therefore, I won't ever have to be alone. Whew, that's pretty deep, right? Now, how do we get there? Of course, it doesn't have to be that. You can plug and play how you want based on the plot and the characters. They are synonymous, but that's just one example of how, you can go through those various levels. And in thinking about this, I want to challenge you to do a simple exercise like that for yourself. Come up with a line of dialogue and then go through all the levels of meaning and see where you end up at. And what I would love is if you took that and commented down below with it so, we can essentially do a class share and learn from each other. You know, I shared mine, and now I would love to see yours. More importantly, I do hope that you apply this same ideology and the methodology and process to your writing so that's enhanced. I really do. And may it help you. So thank you, as always, for taking time to tune in. I truly do appreciate you and hope to see you next time.